Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is WYLN News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. WYLN News starts now.
Good evening and thank you for joining us tonight on WYLN News. I'm Gary Perna. A commercial plane with more than 30 passengers on it made an emergency landing today after having engine problems. The emergency landing happened at the Wilkes-Barre-Scranton International Airport, and all the passengers were moved off the plane inside the airport.
They seemed to be fine. Yeah, they were happy that there weren't any issues, that they landed safely, and that the airline and the airport are taking good care of them.
The plane was flying from New Jersey to Canada. The passengers boarded another plane so they can continue their flight to Canada. No injuries were reported at this emergency landing this morning in Avoca. A Hazleton man left the Schuylkill County courtroom in handcuffs after being found guilty of shooting another man in the chest in Tamaqua back in 2017. 27-year-old Rafael Valdez Torres was charged by Tamaqua police with the shooting of borough resident Joseph Backer back on October 10th, 2017. The incident took place because Backer owed Valdez Torres money for drugs. Backer had to be taken to the hospital and had his spleen removed as well during surgery. The jury found him guilty yesterday of attempted first-degree murder, aggravated assault, prohibited possession of a firearm, among other charges. He was ordered back to the county prison without bail and is scheduled to be sentenced in March. A police investigation that began back in December led to a recent arrest of a Hazleton woman. State police say it started when 39-year-old Jessica Hernandez Boy's car was broken into in northern New Jersey. Police were alerted that a suspicious package was sent to her. After obtaining a search warrant, authorities found that the package contained a large amount of cocaine. She was arrested Tuesday at her Hazleton residence and taken to the Luzerne County Prison. Police are still investigating this incident as well. A West Hazleton man will spend time behind bars for drug trafficking. 34-year-old Jose Raymond de Leon Pentos was discovered to be the leader of a criminal organization of around 5 people. He also ran a stash house to store drugs in the city of Wilkes-Barre. His arrest and sentencing was a result of several-year investigation conducted by various law enforcement agencies. He pled guilty to conspiracy to distribute and possession with the intent to distribute heroin, crack cocaine, and cocaine. He was sentenced on Tuesday to 188 months in prison. Plans to build a new Dollar General store near Shepton were put to rest at Wednesday's East Union Township Supervisors meeting. The board voted to reject the Dollar General's construction use to construct a building along Route 924 in the township. A spokesperson for Dollar General said that back in May that the company was interested in building on the north side of the intersection of Route 924 and Schoolhouse Road. Since then, neighbors had concerns about drainage and issues with traffic and noise. The tract of land where the proposed store was to be located is owned by L&B Land Holding. An attorney for the company said that he will speak with his clients to decide whether or not they'll appeal that decision. The Hazleton Area School Board held a special meeting this afternoon to further discuss the expansion of the district. The board was able to narrow their focus on addressing the special education department, the 9th grade center, and the career center. The board is also working on scheduling meetings with higher-ups throughout the district to narrow down what each area and their focus needs to be, then to present to the architect the numbers. The common theme was more space. Numerous ideas were thrown around by board members in hopes to find the most concrete plan for the district moving forward. The district is trying to deal with overcrowding in the Hazleton Area High School and throughout the district. Former Representative Lou Barletta tweeted that he can be counted out in a race for Tom Marino's old congressional seat. Barletta stated that he's received many calls to run, but is enjoying spending time with his family and looks forward to helping elect the next GOP seat candidate. Representative Tom Marino, who just started his 5th term in Congress, announced his resignation last month to take a position in the private sector. Barletta and Marino co-chaired President Donald Trump's 2016 campaign in Pennsylvania and were dubbed Thunder and Lightning by the Trump himself. The special election for the 12th district seat will be held on May 21st, the same day as Pennsylvania's primary election. Coming up on WILN News, expanding the Health and Wellness Center, plus who's running for re-election on the county level. But first, let's take a look at the forecast. Tomorrow, we'll see partly sunny skies, a high of 48. Not looking too bad for our Friday. Saturday, nice and sunny, but it's only going to get to be about 29 degrees, so that fake warm feeling you get from that sun. Plus, the weekend on Sunday will be cloudy. Monday, cloudy as we return back to work, and some snow could be in our future. We'll be right back.
Fast, consistent internet speeds, TV your way, and reliable phone service, all from the one provider who also lives here. Service Electric Cablevision. Connect with us.
SJ Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Rinnai, and trained comfort specialists, call SJ Kowalski at 570-455-2600.
Have you been waiting for huge savings on your next truck? The wait is over. Stop into All-American Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram during Ram Truck Month to get the truck you want at the discount you've been waiting for. Get a 2019 Ram 1500 for 0% for 72 months and 90 days until your first payment. Or lease the 2019 Ram 1500 Quad Cab Express for $199 a month. The best deals on new trucks are going on right now at All-American Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram.
2 townships are reviewing plans for expansion around the Lehigh Valley Health and Wellness Center at Hazleton. Plans are to build 6 new buildings at the current location. 4 of them will be in Butler Township, while 2 others will be built in Hazel Township. It will include a cancer institute and medical offices. The Dennison Center at 1000 Alliance Drive will be enlarged, and Moisey Drive will be extended to the back of the Dennison Center. Butler Township has accepted drawings from Lehigh Valley and will review them within the next 3 months. Hazel Township's Engineers and Planning Commission will also begin the reviewing of the plans for the proposed expansion of the Health and Wellness Center. 3 incumbent Luzerne County Council members are seeking another term on council. Democrats Tim McGinley, Robert Sheen, and Jane Walkis are those members. Meanwhile, Republican Councilman Eugene Kalkner won't be running again. It is unclear if Democratic Councilman Stephen Urban will be seeking re-election for his seat at this time. The 6th seat is open to voters this year after Democrat Ed Brominski stepped down last month. His replacement has yet to be named. That's expected to happen at the next meeting. Staying in the Wilkes-Barre area, the city today retained the best national flood insurance program flood plan management rating in the state. Mayor Tony George received acknowledgement of the compliance with the annual recertification requirements of the Community Rating Service Program that has 34 CRS communities participating. The CRS program annual recertification improves is necessary for the city to maintain a Class 6 community rating and the NFIP, which it has since 2013. A 5-year verification cycle application was approved last year by FEMA with flood plan management documentation despite the improvements of the flood mitigation activities as a joint effort for multiple Wilkes-Barre and Luzerne County departments. A Monroe County casino has been fined more than $250,000 after a customer was served 8 drinks in less than 2 hours and killed a jogger while driving home. The Philadelphia Inquirer is reporting that the Pennsylvania Gaming Control Board approved the fines against Mount Airy Casino and Resort on Wednesday. An agreement says a server gave Mark Graves 5 beers and 3 shots of liquor while he was playing poker in February of 2018. Bill Janello is leaving his position as Director of Communications at the Scranton Diocese after 18 years and will be replaced by a familiar face to local TV viewers. Former WBRE TV reporter and anchor Eric Dable was named as a 61-year-old successor by the diocese, who stated that started working there at the end of last month. According to a press release, the job responsibilities include working with regional media to promote the good works the diocese and the Catholic Church are doing. The 38-year-old practicing Catholic will also serve as the editor-in-chief of the Catholic Light and supervise Catholic television and oversee the diocese website and social media presence. Coming up on WYLN News here on Cyberville's News Choice, a business making a donation that will help hundreds of kids who visit a local hospital. We'll explain ahead. But first, meeting with farmers this morning. We'll take you there ahead. Stay with us.
Blaze Alexander Family Dealership is very proud to become a part of the Hazleton area. Come see us in Hazel Township or visit us online at blazehazleton.com. There's Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Buick, GMC, and Cadillac, and Mazda. Plus, a huge inventory of the finest quality pre-owned vehicles available, all with the Blaze Alexander lowest price guarantee. We have a long-held reputation for low prices, great selection, and top-notch service. Blaze Alexander Family Dealerships in Hazleton. We're taking the deals the other guys won't.
Northeast Pennsylvania. Scenic beauty, close-knit communities. We're neighbors helping neighbors. Lehigh Valley Health Network is bringing you leading-edge cancer treatment that's close to home. Robotic surgery for quicker recoveries. World-class heart care and access to top specialists. All from Lehigh Valley Hospital Hazleton and our 15 community locations. Neighbors caring for Greater Hazleton and beyond. Lehigh Valley Health Network.
You've seen university advertising. A student like me pitching you the same old ideas. But I'm not gonna do that.
Instead, I'm gonna tell you what you can do with a Penn State degree. You can help anyone. Go anywhere. Create! And with 20 campuses to choose from, you'll always feel at home.
Look, Penn State is amazing, but your best years are just beginning. Come find out for yourself.
And today, DM Performance Works in Nuremberg has a brand new season that is starting, and what a way to start. Not only is it a stellar performance as they always give, but this time, this man wrote it.
Hi.
This is Bill Amos. That's John Sugard. Welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And the show is Sherlock Holmes and the Scarlet Avenger. Now, you didn't actually, it's adapted, correct? Explain, what does that mean?
It's adapted from the novel, A Study in Scarlet, which is the first full novelization story that Arthur Conan Doyle wrote before he wrote, The Hound of the Baskervilles and all the short stories and stuff like that, and the other books that followed.
How long did it take you to do this?
Believe it or not, it took me about 3 years to write this.
3 years, 3 acts. There you go.
There you go. I guess that makes the second year the shortest of all. But yeah, it is a 3-act play. And I've always just been a fan of Sherlock Holmes ever since I was a young kid. I'd watched the movies, I'd read the books and the short stories and stuff like that. And as everybody I'm sure is, I was introduced to Basil Rathbone's Sherlock Holmes first.
Right.
And then you find all these other actors who played the part. You see how he's interpreted over time. Jeremy Brett is one of my favorite actors to ever play Sherlock Holmes. I'm a huge fan of that series, which ironically never adapted this one, but did some of the other ones. And I'm a huge fan of origin stories too, and this is an origin story. This tells the story of how Dr. Watson meets Sherlock Holmes, how they become the team that they are. And
so you're the writer.
I wrote. I wrote.
Are you directing as well?
I'm co-directing it actually, because I also fell into the part of Dr. Watson as well.
Ah.
Yeah.
Now, where does that leave John?
John plays Sherlock Holmes.
I am Sherlock Holmes.
And what do you think about all this? Have you been a fan?
I've been a huge fan of the books. I remember as a kid, I read every Sherlock Holmes book. I got the whole collection. I haven't watched a lot of the films. Like, believe it or not, I've never seen Basil Rathbone as Sherlock Holmes. I've never seen Jeremy Brett. I've seen 1 or 2 movies. I've seen Christopher Plummer. I saw Tom Baker, of all people, play Sherlock Holmes, and a few others. But as an actor, of course, I don't really want to watch other people's portrayals of the role, because it has to be our interpretation.
And what is your interpretation of him in this whole, since you've had so many different ones to look at?
My interpretation of Sherlock Holmes?
Of Sherlock and how all of this comes about. Did you add anything to it, or keep it pretty true to?
I kept it as true as I could to the book, as it would relate on a stage.
It's not a musical.
No, it's not a musical. No, it's not a musical. You love your musicals, don't you?
It's because DM Performance Works does so many good shows that we always think of musicals, and you never know. Yeah. There could be a duet between Sherlock and Watson, no?
I mean, there is a Sherlock Holmes musical. I haven't heard good things about it, but it's out there in the world. I haven't seen it. I've never even heard music from it, but it's not this. I know this is strictly an adaptation of the book. I tried to remain as faithful to the book as I could, because I believe in being faithful to source material. I think if you spin off too far from what you're adapting, if that's what you're doing, if you incorporate so little of it, you might as well just write your own thing, which, I enjoy doing that too. This just happened to be the first thing I ever really written on this scale that is finished, so this is what I'm throwing out there. And it kind of began as a hobby. Like, I just wanted to read the book, I read the book. I wanted to find an adaptation or an interpretation or dramatization of some kind of it. None really exist, except for one that I know of in a TV series that is starring Peter Cushing. They boil it down into one 40-minute episode, very boiled down. The episode doesn't go into what happened to precipitate the murder and all the mystery, everything that leads up to why Sherlock Holmes is here.
But that's what this does.
This play does that, yeah.
So we find out how he meets Watson.
We find out how he meets Watson. We follow Watson on this adventure, if you will, learning about the man that is Sherlock Holmes and what makes him tick, and seeing what it's like to live a day in the life of somebody who can look at you and tell you your complete history.
So when the audience comes to see this, and again, John would probably think about this perhaps as he's doing the character, a lot of people come in, they have a preconceived notion. They have a preconceived notion of what he's going to be.
The archetype that is.
Right, right.
As an actor, there's nothing you can do about that.
Right.
I came off of just a few months ago directing Breakfast at Tiffany's, and I had that same conversation with Jasmine, who played Holly Golightly, that yes, everyone thinks of certain portrayals of a character, and in this case, there's so many, and you have to forget them all. In part because otherwise, you'll get intimidated by the job you have to do. I can't sit there and say, "Oh my God, I'm Sherlock Holmes." I have to become the character.
And you take your cues from what Bill has written,
right?
And then you're able to go from there. I think it's fascinating, just the fact that it's a local person who has made an adaptation and is bringing it for the first time, and you're going to get to see it. There are performances coming up on February 8th, 9th, and 10th, and again on the 15th, 16th, 17th. Where else can you get a first look at something that, when it moves on, you can say you saw it at DM Performance Works in Nuremberg? John Sugart, Bill Amos, thank you very much. We hope to see you again soon here on Community and You.
All Care Home Care, providing quality in home care since 1986. Call and see how their team of licensed physical therapists, skilled nurses, speech, and occupational therapists can provide you with exceptional service in the comfort of your own home. They also offer dietitian, home health aide, and medical social worker services. You have a choice in your health care. For safe, friendly, qualified care, call All Care Home Care today and let their team begin taking care of you and your loved ones.
At Grand Central, our family has been supplying your family with quality brand name furniture, mattresses, and appliances for over 3 generations. Whether you choose from our excellent selection of Lazy Boy, Catnapper, or England furniture, or from our fantastic selection of Sealy and Stearns & Foster mattresses, we guarantee total comfort in every room of your home.
With expert advice, everyday low prices, plus interest-free financing for up to 60 months.
From our family to your family.
Grand Central in Hazleton. Everything to make your house a home.
Northeast Gold and Silver inside the Churchill Mall is paying cash for gold and silver. Top dollar for silver coins. National currency. Fine and sterling flatware. Stop in or call them at 570-497-4177.
WYLN, first in live local sports. The winter sports season is here. Catch these games live on WYLN this week.
Agriculture is Pennsylvania's #1 industry, with farmers facing numerous problems. State Representative Tara Toohill held her annual farmers' breakfast this morning. Local farmers sat down to breakfast with local lawmakers to talk about their problems like the weather and market pricing concerns. One local farmer says small farms are in danger of closing.
Little farmers like me who don't really have, 2 nickels to rub together, unfortunately are faced with a challenge of keeping your farmland or selling your farm and getting out of the business altogether. And it becomes a no-brainer for us.
Now, most farms in northeastern Pennsylvania are small and are run by families. A national pet supply retailer is bringing smiles to pediatric patients at one local hospital. Employees from PetSmart in West Hazleton delivered hundreds of brand new stuffed animals to Lehigh Valley Hospital, Hazleton. They will be given to children throughout the facility. Paul Palakowski of PetSmart says customers are to thank for this generous donation. Along with the hospital, the Community One Center and Toys for Tots received donations as well from PetSmart. Pretty cool. The next game we'll be broadcasting will be coming to your TV screens momentarily from Carbon County. Tonight, join Marty Burns, Joe DeMelfi, the entire WYLN News crew, as the Lady Devils from Shenandoah will be traveling to take on Weatherly in the Lady Wreckers. That game tonight at 7:30 will air here on WYLN. It's sure to be a good matchup, so make sure you stay with us tonight and watch the game. That's the news, and remember, you can get news updates on the WYLN News Facebook page, and stay with us. A look at today's weather is next here on WYLN.
Hi, I had a very minor fender bender tonight in an unreasonably narrow fast food drive-thru lane. Don't worry, I have everything handled. I already spoke to our Allstate agent, and I know that we have accident forgiveness, which is so smart on your guys' part. Like the fact that they'll
4 weeks without the car.
Okay, yep, good night.
With accident forgiveness, your rates won't go up just because of an accident. Switching to Allstate is worth it.
Visit your local Allstate agent, the McNeilis Agency in Hazleton at 1092 North Church Street, or in Hometown in the Hometown Village Square. For over 25 years, Whitetail Preserve Shooting Range, 118 Boulevard Road in Bloomsburg, has provided professionally designed skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields. All stations are handicap accessible with resident NRA certified shooting instructors on site. Packages are available to fit anyone's budget, and there is a restaurant and catering on site. The facility is also available for weddings, business meetings, bachelor parties, private parties of any kind. Call 570-384-2314. WYLN CA35's children's programming is designed with the specific purpose of serving the educational and informational needs of children. In compliance with FCC guidelines, a copy of the children's programming report is on file for public inspection at WYLN 1057 East 10th Street in Hazleton, Pennsylvania during normal business hours. To view the report online, visit fcc.org. watching Wilkes-Barre's Choice for news, weather, and live local sports. WYLN, we're your local network.